Alright, today we're going to be talking about the Xvive U45 wireless system. In this video, I'm going to be explaining why it's more than just a personal monitor rig for live applications. It's honestly so much more than that. And I've been using it for practicing in my personal setup with no interface, no cables, just my instrument and this system. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. Just a quick disclaimer as well. Xvive did send me this product, but just to let y'all know, everything that I'm saying in this video is completely of my own opinion. They are not influencing me in any way. So again, let's get right into it. So for those of you that are unfamiliar with Xvive and the products that they pretty much release wireless units for musicians that are on a budget, but I mean, they're not sacrificing on tone, musical clarity, anything like that. They're pretty much giving you really high-end stuff for the price. So they make several products, but the one in this video that I'm going to be reviewing is the Xvive U45 system. Okay, so what comes in the Xvive U45? First of all, you get this really nice little carrying pouch here, super nice, pretty small, and this pouch is going to fit everything that comes with the unit. So you're given your charger here, pretty nice because it comes with the two Type-C to USB, which you can charge both units at the same time. This XLR to 1/4 inch adapter, super useful. I'm gonna explain later on why this adapter pretty much changes the applications for this unit. We get our transmitter here. This is the thing that you're gonna be plugging into your instrument or to your mixer. Then we have our receiver here, pretty nice. As you can see on both of these units here, I don't know, it feels pretty metal-like. I'm not too sure if it's metal or not, but really durable. Even the clip here is not like the cheap plastic ones. It's actually metal here, and even the knobs and everything, they feel really smooth, really durable. They don't stick out too much, which is good because if you put it in your pocket or you hang it on your belt, it gets caught with the cable, or anything happens, you know that the knobs are not just going to come flying off or anything like that. I have the plastic on it. We can peel off the plastic. There we go. I never do that on my gear. Okay. So on the transmitter here, you can see we have a couple of options. Obviously, this powers the unit here. And then this little button in the middle here, it's like a selector. It's pretty much going to allow you to switch between channels with a total of 6 channels. And then here on the switch on the right here, we have this aux and line switch, which essentially is just going to make sure that it's going to appropriate the gain correctly, where you're not going to be clipping when it gets sent to the receiver here. So I believe I have the specs here. So for line level, it's definitely to accommodate a higher or a hotter signal, and then aux is definitely gonna be expecting a lower signal, so it's gonna be definitely boosting up whatever it's picking up there. And then I'll just do a quick spec list. I'm no expert. I don't even know what some of this means, but for some of y'all that are going to be asking, wireless band of 2.4, audio resolution of 24-bit with 48 kilohertz. Latency is actually really good on this unit. Most wireless units, sometimes they have really bad latency, but despite the budget of this unit, I mean, we're still getting less than 5 milliseconds, which is super good. I mean, I don't even think the human ear can even detect that. Operating range or line of sight, which is pretty much how far you're going to be able to stand or keep the distance between this to this. So how far can you keep these guys apart? Saying here 90 feet with a frequency response of 20 hertz to 20 kilohertz, which is plenty of range. One note here is that this is not a stereo unit. This is mono, so even because when I first got this unit, I was thinking maybe from this XLR I get another adapter that's a TRS, and then maybe I can split that into two TS, but no, it's not gonna make it stereo or anything, so don't do anything like that. This is just a mono unit. And battery life is 5 hours, which is, I mean, plenty, especially on a live gig. I don't think you're gonna be using that whole 5 hours. And yeah, all of this fits in here, which is pretty much the size of my hand there, just for reference. So really compact and super portable. So let's get into the ways I like to use this. Okay, now I'm going to be showing you guys how I like to use this. Like I said, in my practice routine. Here you can see we're in my loft here, just a couch, no interface, nothing fancy here, just my bass and the unit here. I already clipped the belt pack right here. Like I said, make sure you have this adapter that's connected. Hook that right up. Plug in straight right here. I'll just play something real quick just so you guys can hear it. So as you guys can hear, it's just a really practical solution, especially if you're not wanting to bring out a DI, a cable, interface, just so you can monitor yourself. You can hear it's pretty self-explanatory, and it sounds great. I'll bring my electric guitar just so you guys can see that you can really use this in any way. All right, so now I picked up my electric just so you guys can hear just the quality that you're getting out of Xvive, out of these systems. You guys heard my bass, now it's my electric. Going 1/4 inch out using a Marino's custom cable into my pedal board, and then running it mono out into that Xvive U45, and then just splitting it into my interface just so y'all can hear it, and then also into my ears just so y'all can just attest to the quality. It's really good. I'll just play something so you guys can hear it. Anyways, just ruling, but you guys can hear, sounds really clean on both the bass and electric guitar. And again, I'm not experiencing any kind of latency or anything that's affecting the way I'm playing, which is super important, especially for wireless units, as sometimes they tend to disconnect just the instrument and what you're hearing, just hearing that latency, but again, not experiencing anything like that. So let's get into the pros and cons. All right, so I'm going to be going over the pros and cons, things that I like, things I dislike about this unit. I wrote them down. Pro number 1, it sounds super clean. When plugging this with my bass, again, it's just my bass. I mean, the active preamp in it sounds super clean, you're not getting a distorted signal or anything like that. No dropouts as I was walking around the house. It was just an all in all great unit, something that's great to monitor with, that's not disrupting my practice routine in any way. Great battery life. Unit says it can last for 5 hours, and I put that to the test. I practice for hours at a time, and I mean, to my experience, I mean, it lasted the full 5 hours, and charging it too is super easy with that cable that it comes with. I also like that the charging ports are Type C. It's annoying when music manufacturers include older USB ports, which means that I have to lug around a cable just for that specific unit. But luckily, I mean, it's Type C, so I always have a Type C cable on me, which is great. Um, and I think this is the biggest pro, is how compact it is. I mean, you can pretty much throw this in any gig bag, any gig case. I mean, it's super portable, unlike any other IEM rigs or wireless units that are on the market. And huge selling point for this unit is definitely the price. I mean, if you're comparing this to other brands like Shure, Sennheiser, you're definitely not going to be spending anywhere near to where Xvive has this product listed at. Now for the cons. This is kind of opinionated, kind of a hot take, but I definitely understand what this unit was made for. Um, but the fact that it's mono, um, for me, I definitely enjoy playing in stereo. And for that reason, I would only use it in a live setting if I'm playing bass. For whatever reason, when I'm playing bass, I don't mind a mono mix. However, when I'm playing electric, I do run a stereo rig. So hearing my guitar tone in a mono way, I feel like I'm not hearing the true representation of my tone. Therefore, I like hearing my guitar in stereo because I'm literally running it in stereo. And listening to it in a mono, I mean, I feel like I'm not getting my guitar in its true form. So for that reason, I mean, it's a con, but I mean, not really. Like I said, I'm using this for practice applications, just a way to hear my instrument in a direct and a quick way without setting up an interface, a DI, cables, and all of that. So I mean, as far as that sense, I don't mind mono, but again, in a live setting, I would mind. But again, I would only be using this for practice purposes. And my other con is, I mean, it's so compact. This is kind of nitpicking, kind of. But if you connect, say you have the transmitter, right? You have the transmitter right here. You connect the XLR to 1/4 inch adapter, right? Get it to snap on. You plug this into your instrument. It can get a little bulky, especially when I had this connected to my bass. I mean, it's that much sticking out, which I get. I mean, you know, this is like a whole transmitter here. I mean, it's definitely more compact than other transmitters for sure. But having this dangling out of your bass or acoustic, I mean, whatever you're running it into, right? I feel like it's kind of a safety hazard. There's a possibility that you could accidentally bump this when you're walking around with your guitar and potentially damage your instrument's jack, which would definitely not be good at all. But again, I understand that this is not really its primary application. It's mainly used to fit on a mixer. But again, I'm just nitpicking. Other than that, I think it's a really, really solid unit. Again, given its price, I think it's really affordable, which is awesome because it's going to really open the doors for any type of musician, you know, to get this unit and use it. I mean, in however way they see fit, whether it's a live monitoring rig for them or whether it's a way of practicing like the way I like to use it. Alright guys, that's a wrap of this video. I know it was kind of long. I was hoping it was kind of shorter. So if you sticked all the way to the end of this video, I appreciate the love. Special shout out to Xvive for sending me this unit to check out. Thank you guys. And thank you to all my subscribers as well. If you haven't subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, like, share this video if you found this gear demo helpful. And as always guys, stay blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one.